Pancreatic cancer has a devastating 5-year survival rate of just 12%. That makes it one of the deadliest cancers you can face. The reason? Your pancreas fails silently. What you think is just indigestion, back pain, or normal aging could actually be your pancreas crying out for help. Today I'm going to show you 10 warning signs that could save your life if you catch them early. These aren't the obvious symptoms you'd expect. They're subtle signs that even doctors often miss. Let's start with the pain patterns that fool almost everyone. Sign number 1 is upper abdominal pain that gets worse after eating. Now you might think this sounds like regular stomach upset, but pancreatic pain has distinct characteristics. This pain typically starts in your upper belly, right below your rib cage, and it radiates straight through to your back. What makes it different from heartburn or indigestion is that it gets significantly worse when you eat fatty foods. A slice of pizza, fried chicken, or even a handful of nuts can trigger intense discomfort that lasts for hours. The pain often feels like a deep, gnawing ache that you can't quite pinpoint. You might find yourself pressing on your stomach, trying to find relief, but nothing seems to help. This happens because your pancreas produces enzymes to digest fats, and when it's struggling, fatty meals become torture. Sign number 2 is persistent back pain between your shoulder blades. Here's what's tricky about this one. Most people assume it's arthritis, poor posture, or sleeping wrong. But pancreatic inflammation causes what doctors call referred pain. Your pancreas sits deep in your abdomen right behind your stomach, and when it's inflamed, the pain signals get confused and show up in your mid-back instead. This isn't the kind of back pain that comes and goes with movement. It's a constant dull ache that doesn't respond to stretching, massage, or changing positions. You might notice it's worse at night when you're lying flat, and it doesn't improve with typical back pain remedies. Sign number 3 is pain that actually improves when you lean forward. This is one of the most telling signs of pancreatic problems. When you bend forward or curl up in a fetal position, you're actually taking pressure off your pancreas. Many people discover this relief accidentally, maybe while tying their shoes or picking something up, and they find themselves unconsciously leaning forward throughout the day. This forward-leaning position stretches the ligaments around your pancreas and can provide temporary relief. It's so characteristic of pancreatic issues that doctors specifically ask about it during examinations. Here's why these pain patterns are so dangerous. They're easy to dismiss. You tell yourself you're just getting older, or you blame that new mattress, or you think you overdid it at dinner. Early intervention can prevent serious complications, but only if you recognize these warning signs for what they really are. But pain isn't the only warning sign your pancreas sends. Now we're getting into the digestive breakdown signals that indicate your pancreas isn't producing the enzymes you need. Before we jump to the next point, to keep this channel going, please hit the subscribe button. It truly makes a difference. Thank you. Sign number 4 is unexplained weight loss despite having a normal appetite. You're eating the same amount of food, maybe even more because you're always hungry, but the pounds keep dropping off. This happens because your pancreas produces crucial digestive enzymes, lipase for fats, amylase for carbohydrates, and proteases for proteins. When these enzymes are in short supply, your body can't properly break down and absorb nutrients from your food. You're literally starving at the cellular level, even though you're eating regular meals. The weight loss is often gradual at first, maybe a pound or 2 a month, which makes it easy to overlook or even welcome initially. Sign number 5 is oily, pale, foul-smelling stools. This condition is called steatorrhea, and it's a clear sign of fat malabsorption. Your stools might look greasy, float in the toilet bowl, or leave an oily film that's hard to flush away. They're often pale yellow or clay-colored instead of the normal brown, and they have an unusually strong, offensive odor that's different from typical bowel movements. This happens because your pancreas isn't producing enough lipase to break down dietary fats. Those undigested fats pass right through your system, taking fat-soluble vitamins with them. You might notice this symptom comes and goes, especially after eating rich or fatty meals. Sign number 6 is persistent nausea and vomiting, particularly after eating. This isn't the temporary nausea you get with a stomach flu. It's an ongoing problem that makes mealtimes miserable. You might feel queasy just thinking about food. or you might feel fine until you start eating, then suddenly feel sick to your stomach. The nausea often gets worse with fatty foods because your struggling pancreas can't handle the digestive demands. You might find yourself avoiding certain foods without really understanding why, or you might notice that smaller, more frequent meals are easier to tolerate than large ones. Sign number 7 is new-onset diabetes or sudden blood sugar spikes. Your pancreas doesn't just produce digestive enzymes, it also produces insulin to regulate your blood sugar. When pancreatic function declines, insulin production suffers too. This can show up as diabetes that seems to appear out of nowhere, especially in people over 60 who have no family history of diabetes. You might notice increased thirst, frequent urination, or fatigue after meals. Your doctor might detect elevated blood sugar levels during routine testing, even though you haven't changed your diet or activity level. This type of diabetes is often harder to control with standard medications because the underlying problem is pancreatic damage, not insulin resistance. These digestive issues don't exist in isolation, they compound each other. Poor enzyme production leads to malabsorption, which causes weight loss and nutrient deficiencies. You become deficient in fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, which affects everything from your vision to your bone health to your immune system. The final 3 signs are the ones doctors say you should never ignore. Sign number 8 is jaundice, yellowing of your skin and the whites of your eyes. This happens when your pancreas or the surrounding area blocks the bile duct, preventing bile from flowing properly from your liver to your intestines. The bile backs up into your bloodstream, causing that telltale yellow tint. Jaundice often starts subtly. You might notice your skin looks a bit sallow or that the whites of your eyes seem slightly off color. Family members might comment that you look tired or ask if you're feeling well. As it progresses, the yellowing becomes more obvious, especially in natural light. This is a medical emergency. Bile duct blockage can be caused by inflammation, tumors, or stones, and it requires immediate evaluation. Don't wait to see if it gets better on its own. Jaundice related to pancreatic problems needs urgent medical attention. Sign number 9 is dark urine combined with clay-colored stools. These symptoms go hand in hand with jaundice and indicate serious bile obstruction. Your urine might look like dark tea or cola, while your stools become pale gray or white, almost like putty. This color change happens because bile isn't reaching your intestines where it normally gives stools their brown color. Instead, the bile components are being filtered through your kidneys, darkening your urine. These changes are emergency warning signs that something is seriously wrong with your bile flow. You might notice these changes before jaundice becomes obvious, making them critical early warning signs. Don't dismiss dark urine as dehydration or pale stools as something you ate. When they occur together, they signal bile duct problems that need immediate medical evaluation. Sign number 10 is sudden onset of severe abdominal pain. This is different from the chronic nagging pain we discussed earlier. This is intense knife-like pain that comes on suddenly and takes your breath away. It often radiates to your back and may be accompanied by nausea, vomiting, and fever. This type of severe pain can signal acute pancreatitis, sudden inflammation of your pancreas that can be life-threatening. The pain is often described as the worst abdominal pain you've ever experienced. It doesn't come and go like other types of stomach pain. It's constant and severe. Unlike other pancreatic symptoms that develop gradually, acute pancreatitis demands immediate emergency care. This isn't something you tough out or wait to see your doctor about next week. These final 3 signs require immediate medical attention because they indicate advanced pancreatic problems or acute complications. When you see your doctor, ask for specific blood tests including lipase and amylase levels, which measure pancreatic enzymes in your blood. Elevated levels indicate pancreatic inflammation or damage. You should also ask about the CA19-9 test, a tumor marker that can help detect pancreatic cancer, though it's not foolproof. For imaging, CT scans can show pancreatic inflammation, masses, or bile duct blockages. MRI provides detailed images of soft tissues and can detect smaller abnormalities. Endoscopic ultrasound combines endoscopy with ultrasound to get extremely detailed images of your pancreas. The key message here is that catching pancreatic problems early dramatically improves outcomes. While pancreatic cancer has a poor prognosis when caught late, early detection and treatment of pancreatic inflammation or dysfunction can prevent serious complications and preserve pancreatic function. Your pancreas problems disguise themselves as common aging complaints, back pain, indigestion, fatigue, or weight changes that you might dismiss as getting older. But now you know these subtle symptoms could be warning signs of serious pancreatic dysfunction. Don't ignore persistent abdominal pain, unexplained weight loss, or changes in your bowel movements. Pay attention to new-onset diabetes, especially if you have no family history. Watch for the emergency signs: jaundice, dark urine with pale stools, or sudden severe abdominal pain. Early detection saves lives. Trust your instincts when something doesn't feel right, and don't let doctors dismiss your concerns as normal aging. You know your body better than anyone else. Your pancreas might be trying to tell you something important. Make sure you're listening. Please check out our next video above. See you shortly in the next video. Thank you.